The crisp autumn air bites at your cheeks as you climb the stands overlooking the Quidditch pitch, the roar of the crowd already swelling around you. Below, emerald green robes flash as the Slytherin team streaks across the field, and there, bat rays, Mattheo circles the goals like a storm cloud, his dark curls whipping in the wind. He hasn't noticed you yet, or so you think. Then, as if sensing your gaze, he turns mid-flight, locking eyes with you across the chaos. His smirk is instant, wicked, before he pivots and sends a bludger rocketing toward the opposing chaser with a crack that echoes over the stadium. The commentator's voice booms. Riddle with a brutal hit! Merlin's beard that'll leave a mark. The crowd erupts. Mattheo doesn't cheer, just tilts his head at you, as if to say, see that? That's for you. The game rages on. His every swing is deliberate, lethal, his gaze flicking to the stands between strikes, waiting, testing, daring you to react. The scoreboard glows, the snitch darts. And Mattheo? He's playing 2 games at once. The match intensifies as Slytherin pulls ahead, but your attention stays fixed on Mattheo. He's relentless, every swing of his bat calculated, every glance toward you loaded with challenge. Then, as the opposing team's seeker dives for the snitch, he does something unexpected. Instead of guarding the goals, Mattheo peels away, streaking towards your section of the stands. The crowd gasps as he breaks sharply just below you, hovering on his broom, close enough that you could reach out and touch the polished wood. Matteo's voice is pitched low beneath the crowd's roar. Enjoying the show? His knuckles are split from gripping the bat as his cheeks flushed with the rush of the game. Before you can answer, a bludger rockets toward him from behind. But he doesn't flinch. At the last second, he swings, sending it careening back into play without even looking. Mattheo leans closer. You're distracting me? The accusation is a lie, and you both know it. His eyes burn brighter than the Quidditch pitch lights. The crowd screams as Slytherin scores again. But the real victory? It's inches from your fingertips. The roar of the crowd fades into white noise as Matteo's gaze pins you in place. The intensity in his dark eyes sharper than any bludger. The wind whips his hair wildly, his broom hovering so close you can smell the cedar wood and broom polish mingling with his usual scent of parchment and storm-wet earth. You raise an eyebrow. Distracting you? You lean forward, just enough to make him tense. Funny, you seem perfectly focused to me. A muscle ticks in his jaw. Behind him, the game continues. Slytherin's keeper makes a spectacular save, the commentator shrieking, but Mattheo doesn't so much as glance away. His voice is rough. You're in my head. It's an admission, torn from him like it pains him. His grip tightens on the broom handle. I hate it. Before you can respond, a shrill whistle blares. The referee yells across the pitch. Riddle, get back in position or it's a penalty. Matteo's lips curl into that familiar razor-edged smirk. But this time, there's something new beneath it, something raw and reckless. He lowers his voice just for you. Tell me to stay. The crowd is chanting his name. The snitch glints nearby. And Mattheo? Mattheo is waiting. The wind howls between you as the crowd's chants fade into background noise. Your fingers twitch, not toward his robes, not in dismissal, but into your pocket, where emerald silk still hums with residual magic. The stolen scarf unfurls between your fingers, fluttering in the wind like a serpent's tongue. The same scarf he thought he claimed last night. Catch me first, you say as you release it, letting the scarf spiral downward, a deliberate challenge. Matteo's eyes flare wide before his arm snaps out, snatching it from the air mere inches from the pitch. His laugh is pure adrenaline, sharp enough to cut glass. Cheat. The whistle shrieks again. Riddle now, but he's already wheeling away, scarf clenched in his fist, broom streaking back toward the game with lethal grace. Commentator. And Merlin's beard, Riddle takes out both bludgers in one swing. The snitch is caught. The crowd explodes. And Mattheo? He disappears into the locker room without a backward glance, but your scarf is gone with him. A folded note appears beneath your door, written in familiar, jagged script. Midnight. The pitch. Bring better stakes. The game evolves. The stakes heighten. And somewhere in the castle, a Slytherin tucks emerald silk beneath his pillow. The parchment burns between your fingertips as midnight approaches, the ink still glinting fresh under candlelight. The Quidditch pitch stretches empty under a bone-white moon, the goal posts casting long, skeletal shadows across dew-slick grass. You step onto the field, boots whispering against damp earth, and freeze. Mattheo leans against the center goal hoop, your scarf now tied around his bicep like a war banner. His broom rests abandoned at his feet, but it's his eyes that snare you. dark and glittering with something feral, victorious, as he pushes off the post and stalks toward you. Took you long enough. He stops just short of touching you, close enough that his breath goes warm over your lips. The scent of broom polish and wintergreen clings to him, undercut by something sharper. Recklessness, adrenaline, the aftermath of a game won too easily. His thumb hooks into the scarf, tugging it taut. This, a flash of teeth. Mine now. The wind howls. Somewhere an owl shrieks. And between you, the unspoken question, the real game. Who walks away first? Tick-tock. The stars watch. The pitch holds its breath. The silence stretches between you like a drawn bowstring, taut, vibrating with unspent tension. Matteo's fingers flex around the scarf, his chest rising just slightly faster than usual. Waiting, always waiting for you to make the first move. You take a deliberate step back. Keep it, your lips curl. It looks better on you anyway. His nostrils flare. For a heartbeat, something dangerous flickers in his gaze. Then he barks a laugh, sharp as a cracking jinx. Liar. He closes the distance in one stride, the scarf unraveling from his arm with a flick of his wrist. Before you can react, the silk loops around your waist, yanking you flush against him. His free hand cages the back of your neck, not gentle, not asking. Matteo's voice has gone rough. You want it back. His breath fans over your lips. Take it. Above you, the goal hoops creak in the wind. The moon paints his cheekbones in silver, and the scarf, your scarf, his scarf, theirs, burns between your bodies like a live wire. A sharp gust of wind howls across the pitch, sending Matteo's dark curls tumbling across his forehead as he stares down at you, no humor left in his gaze now, just something raw and scorching that makes your pulse stutter. The scarf around your waist tightens, pulling you impossibly closer until you can feel his heartbeat through his robes, wild and untamed. His voice is wrecked low with barely leashed restraint. Tell me to stop. His fingers trembling where they grip the back of your neck, as if he's hanging onto control by a thread. The moment stretches, breathless, endless, until you tilt your chin up, lips brushing his in a whisper of contact. No. The word unravels him. He crashes into you like a storm breaking, his mouth hot and demanding against yours, the scarf falling forgotten to the grass as his hands slide into your hair, down your back, pulling you flush against him with a groan that vibrates through your bones. Somewhere distant, the castle bells chime midnight, and Mattheo Riddle, proud, untouchable Mattheo, shudders beneath your touch. A sharp gust whips across the Quidditch pitch, scattering leaves between you like fleeing snitches. Matteo's grip on your waist tightens reflexively as the wind tugs at his untamed curls. He's breathless against your lips. Say it again. His demand is rougher now, stripped bare of its usual arrogance. His wand presses into your hip where it's tucked hastily in his belt, forgotten mid-spell. The faint tremble in his fingers betrays him. This isn't a game anymore. You exhale, you know, and watch the last of his control snap. His kiss tastes like stolen victory, his hands mapping your ribs like he's memorizing ancient runes. The scarf lies abandoned near your feet, fluttering uselessly as he backs you against the goalpost, his teeth catching your lower lip with a growl that rumbles through you both. Burn with me, he repeats, his voice smoke dark and desperate. Burn with me? You do.